If the media promoted anorexia, depression, and anxiety, the majority of teens today would be anorexic, depressed, or have an anxiety disorder. Today, how their bodies look is a new priority for girls. Girls show self-confidence, self-consciousness, care about the opinion of their peers, and think they are identified by their bodies and what they wear. A quote from the same article from Teen Magazine sent girls all the wrong messages in 2003. Today, many young girls worry about the contours of their bodies, especially shape, size, and muscle tone. They believe the body is the ultimate expression of the self. All these facts bring about a sustainability issue. Of course, sustainability relates to the environment and recycling, but people also forget that sustainability can also mean sustaining themselves, which also includes their mental health. In your adolescent years and teenage years are major time to develop sustainability and promote it. Today, magazines and media are destroying young girls' image of themselves and causing them to take extreme measures. Photos in magazines take away wrinkles, fat, and pores so they're not visible. Advertisements include underweight women and over-muscular men. 70% of girls agreed that magazines strongly influence what they think their body should look like. It says, how do magazines affect body image in 2014? This is causing serious mental issues in today's teens. Magazines are even giving girls dissatisfaction with their bodies, and some have resorted to starvation and other disorders. Magazines also misuse the opportunity to talk about sex and give them an unhealthy outlook on that side. Magazines, not television, have the strongest relationship to eating disorders, said Rose. The impact has reached even younger girls. Teen Magazine this fall said that 35% of girls in the U.S. aged 6 to 12 has been on at least one diet, and then among normal weight girls, 50 to 70% consider themselves overweight. This does not just happen because of their peers or what they think for themselves. This is caused by unrealistic images placed in their head by media, magazines, and TV, says Teen Magazine sent all the wrong messages in 2003. There are new studies that show even boys are being affected by magazines. This is a major problem in today's society. Imagine what kids would be doing and all the good things they'd be promoting if they weren't sidetracked by all these lies being implanted in their brains. These lies can lead to depression, anxiety, or even eating disorders. The media today has evolved from the Marilyn Monroe era, which displayed a different kind of beauty, a more natural kind, to being skinny, scrawny, painted in makeup, and clothes that can barely even be considered clothes. I wish to change this. The media needs to convert back to the Marilyn Monroe era, where girls are presented with more healthy images. What if instead, everywhere you turn, you saw models that are healthy weight, showcasing a healthy lifestyle with moderate exercise and good nutrition, instead of what we see now, where we see underweight models that starve themselves and wearing nothing but a little bit of cloth. I think it's time for a change. And it's also time for parents to step in and monitor what they're allowing to be put into their children's brains. Imagine a world where teens didn't have to worry about any of these things, and until they can love themselves and love others with no judgment and no influence from what other people around them in the world think they should look like. Instead of magazines having the strongest relationship to eating disorders, that they promote a healthy lifestyle. Instead of television encouraging high-fat foods and magazines encouraging diets, it is all the information being confused and jumbled in their heads, that social media could just focus on nutrition and being healthy and happy. While the vast majority of images of women are being digitally altered, so are perceptions of normal, healthy, and beautiful and attainable, says Photoshopping, altering images in our minds in 2014. There are two things that need to happen in order to help teens' health and their self-esteem. Number one, magazines and television need to fill their space with more positive images. And number two, parents need to step in. Magazines now fill their space with non-health related topics like how to dress to impress or unhealthy sexual perceptions or advice on getting dates and romance. They need to instead promote healthy lifestyles, clothing, nutrition, and relationships. Also, parents can step in. There are two major ways parents can influence what a child's brain is absorbing. They can encourage their teen to read magazines with healthier content, such as Girls Life or Boys Life, Glitter Magazine, and Discovery Girls, instead of J14, Teen Vogue, Twist, 17, M, and Popstar from top 10 teen magazines. Or they can just help boost a kid's self-esteem by being careful what they say, be positive role models, identifying and redirecting inaccurate beliefs, being spontaneous and affectionate, giving positive and accurate feedback, creating a safe and loving environment, and helping kids become involved in constructive experience, or if it comes to it, finding professional help. This is Dr. New in 2012. Parents can step in and prevent what the world is trying to put into their children's heads. And I think it's time for the world to step up and help teens in those developing years.